righty, and we are good to go. Adam, Logan, what's going on, brothers? How y'all doing today?
What's up,
Peachy.
Ashton? Very peachy. Doing well, man.
Peachy dog, that's the fucking perfect way to describe what this interview is about to be, bro. So, thank you
Yeah, that
guys
Jordy
for
shit.
being here, taking care of this shit, and giving me the time to be able to do this. I just recently found you guys through the most recent EP that you put out, so still fairly new to everything, still trying to kind of get the grasp of everything. So, I do want to kind of start from the beginning just to kind of give the audience a good perspective of you guys as well. So, whoever wants to answer this, like, how did you guys start Actus Reus? Like, whose idea was it? Who founded this?
I mean, Logan can answer because I joined later.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess it got founded by me and our guitar player Landon. Back in high school, we met each other just looking for people to play with. I play bass, he plays guitar, and yeah, we just met through some mutual friends, just looking for people to just play cover songs with, just like learn more about being in a band. Like we were young, freshmen, sophomores in high school. Um, and then just started, me and him hit it off along with our old guitar player, Matt, who's a buddy of ours. And we just started throwing stuff together, trying to get a full band together member wise, had a revolving door of some drummers. Um, and I was doing vocals for the good first part of it, which was
Oh wow.
just horrendous.
It was awful.
Just horrendous.
Just horrendous is a great way to describe it.
Um, but yeah, we were just fucking around, just playing covers, playing house parties, and all that. We had written a little bit of stuff on our own, but nothing too serious, I guess. Um, then Adam came aboard, like a year or two later, maybe. Um, Found out that he did vocals and that he could play drums too. So we were like, boom, you're gonna do both of
Fuck. Oh
them.
no.
So
How many shows did we do when I was drumming and singing? I think it was like one or two, right?
yeah, probably. And we had Matt playing drums sometimes too, right? Like especially on
Yeah.
songs that were like that's tough to drum and a song that's tough to drum and sing. I don't know, but
I don't know.
yeah,
I
we
don't
were
know how
still
Phil Collins does it, bro.
yeah, or Mastodon, bro, Bran. I don't
Yeah,
know if he
dude,
Oh
fucking does
yeah.
it.
it's crazy shit.
Um, but anyways, yeah, just we're fucking around in high school. Started writing some stuff. Probably around 2016. Stuff that eventually became our first EP. Then I went to college in Athens and we picked up another guitar player named Jack and a new like permanent drummer as well. Our first permanent drummer, I guess I'll say.
Mhm.
And we had a solid team of 5 people and started playing some legit shows and created that first EP.
Dude,
But yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
about the start of it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, I listened to a lot of the older stuff too, man. It's crazy to see
Oh yeah,
the way that the sounds kind of progressed, especially with like the production and everything that you guys have put into making the product more like marketable. I don't know. I've definitely seen the growth like within the sound and like the progression of you guys as artists. But like even for you, Adam, like what has that experience been like being in the band now for you?
Just like artist progression, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I started out. I like learned to scream pretty much after joining the band. So like, there's definitely been some progression since then. And
yeah,
yeah, at first we were like a '90s grunge like cover band, like in a
yeah. We
basement,
did
and
all types of
and
shit.
and then I brought them some original songs, and they're like, "Damn, we could actually drop some of this," and so we
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And I don't
Adam
know.
wrote about everything for the first, EP and album and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Duly,
Wow.
Yeah,
duly noted. Yeah,
and yeah, I don't know. It's just everything just feels right, and like we kind of just go with it, and I don't know how to explain it really. Like, I've definitely become a way better vocalist since joining. I feel like, and just like when I first started out, I had like no stage presence. I was like scared and nervous the whole time. But as time went on, like all those nerves went away, and now it's like fun, and I love to like move around and jump around and like just to increase my stamina and stuff. It's just really cool to see our like all of our progressions, honestly.
Yeah, and I've seen it because I was doing some research myself, right? And then I found like some early promo pics of you guys where it was like
Mhm.
fucking face paint and like mask and like you guys look fucking crazy and I'm like, wow, like to see where it is now, how you've all be kind of became yourselves in a way. You're a lot more
Mhm.
comfortable. You can tell with the music and the way that you present yourself in the videos. So I've
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
noticed it. And I mean, I saw even that you guys first started off doing house parties. Is that right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah, a lot of
man.
house parties.
Oh,
We were a
Still
bro.
cover
do them.
band pretty
Still do.
much.
Still do them. They're fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, me too, man. Those are I feel like the DIY kind of things are always a lot more genuine for sure, but a lot more fucking chaos at the same time. Like there's
Oh yeah.
always been some fuck shit going on with those kind of parties, man. But do you have any crazy stories from the house parties from when you guys first started playing together?
I mean,
Nothing
so the
like
house parties.
crazy, but
Well, I mean, the house parties have been going on for 10 years now. We had
Hmm.
at the same spot where we started practicing at Landon's parents' house in
Hmm.
Buford, Georgia. It's like suburbia and stuff, but we were like bringing metal there for like 10 years now. And the first one we did was 2014, and we just did our 2024 one a month ago. I guess
Hmm.
it's been about a month now, and they've just gotten so insane. We like got to limit invites and stuff like that. We'll have at least like 100 people there every time. But I can remember like the first one, even before Adam was in the band, we probably had like our parents and a handful of friends, maybe like 20 people total, just watching us. And
Hmm.
like
damn, there's only 20 people.
it was not much, dude. It was not much.
Damn.
And because this is the first one, like it was hard for like Dave and Lori to sell it,
Oh, for
you know,
sure. Yeah,
because
yeah.
and then the people that did show up, they were probably like, oh, they kind of fucking suck. But like we were playing with an electric drum set, electric drum
Oh,
kit,
dog,
like going
dog.
through like a shitty amp, and we had like our old guitar player Matt and then our other old guitar player Caleb just like kind of rotating on drums. Yeah, I think even
Hmm.
Landon played a song on drums and shit. Like, because we didn't have a real drummer, we were just rotating it because everyone wanted to play fucking guitar, of course, because they were actually good at guitar. None of us were good at drums. But
Mhm.
anyways, dude, like this one part, we were covering Orion by Metallica and actually doing a decent job at it. And there's like the piece that holds like the snare and the hi-hat on the electronic drum kit, just middle of the song, just like fell off. and our boy Caleb's just kind of sitting there with like drumsticks, just like shit. I didn't know what I was doing in the first place. I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing now. Just baffled. We're all like looking back, like, oh god damn it. It's like we're 15, you know,
Dude, that
just
whole
like, oh
fucking
my
drum
fucking
set
god.
just crumpled one night at a show.
Yeah, it
The whole
fucking
entire thing fell
falls
apart,
apart
and we had to
all
like
the fucking
stop the
time.
song. I remember
Thing
it
sucks
was
ass.
so bad, bro.
Um, and then I guess some of the crazier ones, like that was just like kind of us kind of getting our footing, like figuring shit out, I guess. But then there's crazier ones like um, one time Landon's parents like invited a bunch of their family from like out of town to come to one of the house
Hmm.
parties, and this is when we were doing just like open invites, like bring whoever the fuck you want, like make it
Yeah.
as big as we possibly can. Some dude showed up, none of us knew who he was, and was just like trying to like sell acid to Landon's like 13-year-old cousin, and we're like, what the fuck? Like he was just going around the party like offering people drugs and shit. We're like, wait, who the fuck is this guy?
Was the
Oh
And
my
transaction
god.
successful?
I know somebody who did buy it from him. It was funny.
Dude, what?
She had a rough night. Um,
Oh
Oh
my
but
yeah.
it
god.
was
Acid will do that.
all was good at the end, I guess. But it was just so strange. And then like the next day, like his dad like comes up to us. He's like, "Hey, I don't know who the fuck that guy was." And I was like, "We don't either." I mean, he's like, "But yeah, we got to lock it down more these next when we do this again and shit like that. And we were
Yeah.
like, okay. We were like, okay.
I've been there, bro. I mean, even like starting out the parties that we were having, well, because we would do them for music videos, which I saw you guys also
Yeah.
did something with that we'll get into next. But like we had this party and we shot a music video there, and then like we had like this fucking, I don't know whose idea this was. I think it was my ex guitarist. It was like his ex girlfriend. It was her idea to make like this fucking kiddie pool full of Cool Whip, and we had like fucking people fighting in there and shit. And then it just
That's
got
sick, actually.
super wild. And then I remember at the last one that we had here, it was open invite, and we had like over 80 people. It was back in like late December last year, and my neighbors ended up coming over from next door and like trying to fight everybody. And I had
Oh
hired these
shit.
like two big ass dudes to like be security for the show, at my house.
Uh-huh.
And they ended
Yeah.
up getting the shit beaten out of them by all my neighbors because they were having a party next
Oh
door.
fuck.
And so it turned into this whole thing where like a band's playing, right? Like the first band is playing, the neighbors come next and they start fucking fighting and like wanting to beat everybody up. And then like
That's
two of the
wild.
bands that were supposed to play ended up leaving. So it was just like me and one other band that didn't get there yet. And then half the people left. There was only like 15 or 20 people left. And it was supposed to be our big show. And so we
Yeah.
had this
Doing
whole
it for the music
plan.
video and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it all just
Damn.
gets fucked, bro. And so, I mean, definitely feel that on the aspect of like keeping things locked down and not inviting randoms. So, definitely
Yeah.
feel that. I know you guys did shoot the music video for Into the Deep. That's what caught my attention. That's how I found you
Yeah.
guys. What did that day look like? How did you guys put that whole thing together?
So I mean, it was kind of rushed, I guess. Like we had a concept of what we wanted to do, um, in like house party vibe type thing, um, and just like show it like our whole thing. We did it in 2 different days, I guess. Like we did the night shots all in one day beforehand, and
Mhm.
then all the day shots another day. So the night shots, like it was just like supposed to like be like us, like cool lighting, like just drinking, like, but you like the point you drank like too much, like that's kind of what the song is about, like
Mhm.
getting in too much to substance abuse and such. Um, so we wanted to like have like a, not make it very like, oh, this is obviously what it's about, but like if you like kind of think about it, like those dark parts, those dark scenes and stuff like that, like it's just like us just like obviously drinking way too much. We got like faces like around us in the back, like kind of like um it's just like supposed to be like kind of in your mind type thing. I don't know.
Mhm.
A little bit like that. It's tough for me to explain the ideas, I guess, and stuff. But um and so yeah, we did the night shots and stuff, knocked all that out, had some fun with it. You know, we were jumping in a pool in September at night. It was fucking freezing. Even here in Georgia, still just cold as shit.
Mhm.
And and so that was a whole entire thing. And then the day shots, we invited like a handful of homies over. Like we didn't want to. We threw it together pretty last minute too, like I was saying. So we didn't want to make it too big. And we were just trying to show like the fun like side of drinking, like getting messed up with your friends, having a good time, doing some wild fun shit, jumping in a pool, fucking slam dunk, in a fucking pool. And so
Pretty
that was
much when
basically
the
like, yeah,
pretty
the
much when the
premise of it.
filter goes when the filter goes negative and like all the red lighting shots start coming on, that's like our way of saying, yeah, it's becoming a problem, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a
And like it just gets
transition
crazier and
where
crazier.
it gets dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get that vibe as well through the whole video, but I honestly, compared to the other videos that you did before, I think you guys definitely showed more of your like personality a little bit more to kind of open
Yeah.
up to, obviously, because I mean the music videos that you guys made before were a lot more darker, and not to say because there was still dark parts in the video, and
Hmm.
still within the EP itself that you guys have put out. So I think, you know, showing the diversity of the band was definitely a good thing. I mean, it caught my attention seeing like the party stuff. I was like, I fuck with that. And then I hear your guys' music and I'm like, wait a minute, there's something else going on here. Like there's something way deeper to the sound, which I kind of want to figure out, like, because the new EP, right, Numerica, like that is a deep EP with some of the stuff that you're saying on there. Like, Adam, what was your inspiration behind the lyrics that you wrote? What was kind of like your thought process when trying to write that project?
Well, all right. So pretty much every song is kind of about something different. Like Merciless is just about.
Well, so and so, and
So,
like
yeah, here, let me get to it. Hold on. So
yeah,
Merciless is just about like you're angry as shit. It's pretty much like a metaphor of just like taking your anger out because you hate like the way society is being run. So it's a metaphor of like beating someone up at the time. It's like an ass beater song. And then Into the Deep is just about addiction, like mostly alcoholism, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's probably our like deepest song we've ever written because every other song we have is pretty much just anti-government rebellion. Third Degree is very much anti-government rebellion, saying there needs to be a change made in society. I don't know. Like in the studio, in Low Class is just about like hating your 9 to 5 job, and there's got to be some other way. Pretty much, it kind of just came to us naturally. Like all of us chipped in with the lyrics on this one, and it
yeah,
just felt right. And we didn't really have a theme for each song. Like when we wrote the instruments, we didn't really have a theme. We're like, all right, let's figure out some lyrics, and just like we would put something down, and we kind of just went off that for the theme, and it just ended up working. Honestly,
facts. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Third Degree was the first one that we
yeah,
wrote, and um, like I can't remember obviously which part we wrote first, but like when we just kind of started building off of it, and I don't know, me especially, like I was just like going through some woes with like my fucking job and shit, and especially being in the studio with the boys and recording this EP totally different from how we've recorded anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And like really building each song from the ground up, all working together and stuff. Like I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like this is what I want to fucking do here and just create some cool shit with my boys that people can relate to and people can enjoy. And it just like kind of got like as we were writing the instruments and stuff, the first, you know, 30 hours or so we were in the studio. Um, and like we're just like jotting lyrics down the whole time, like while guitars are getting recorded and stuff, just trying to get like a direction and stuff. Me and Adam going back and forth on a Google Doc, typing in some really stupid shit to each
yeah.
other, just looking across the room, be like, "What do you think of that?" And you're like, "That's fucking terrible." Like, you know, just
Literally.
it was a lot of back and forth like that. Um, but I mean, I guess it kind of like came out the line in that song at least that stands out to me. Um, it's like the blind march and you're one of them, no spine, no dreams, just a pseudonym. And we kind of wrote that about like is there's a bunch of people out there just blindly just going to work, doing their shit, becoming a person that they're really not, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of just giving up hope on dreams and stuff that they really would much rather be doing, you know? Um, so like yeah, I guess like all that to say like yeah, we can like complain about the stuff and all that, but just keeping hope alive and wanting to do something that you actually want to do with your life is very
Mm-hmm.
important, you know. Um, so the whole EP kind of built itself around that kind of premise, I guess.
That's that's awesome.
And yeah, like Adam was saying too, like Merciless and Into the Deep are just like things that stem from that of you trying to deal with your unhappiness in this kind of life that you're working with. It's anger or drinking or something like that, you know.
Yeah,
I
it
yeah,
feels like
yeah,
everybody has a vice for sure, you know. And I
yeah.
think it's something that we all struggle with as people. And I think a lot of people are content with being content. Like they don't know how to get themselves
Facts.
out of that
Facts.
like 9 to 5 situation, and they have things that they like, right, that they wish they would pursue, but they don't bring themselves to do it. So I think like the hope factor really is a big piece of music and entertainment in general, being able to make people connect, at least on my end. I've always loved shows and doing events and hosting things and bringing people together, like having that connection, because everybody hates their fucking life. Everybody goes through shit. We all fucking go through bullshit that we don't want to go through, right? But at
Yep.
least for like a couple hours, one day out of the week, you get to go out and have fun with your friends, get lit, forget about everything, and enjoy yourself. And that's what I think music really is about, is bringing people together, bringing that connection, that message, and giving people that hope. And I think you guys have done a really good job at putting that into the music. But what would you say is your message with the music? What is your purpose for what you do in this band?
I think just trying to get people to like break out of this robotic way of thinking that is being put on all of us, and just like be creative and do what they want. Like obviously we're gonna have to like work jobs and stuff. You can't really change that. But there's so much, pretty much what I think is the meaning of life is just like happiness. And obviously there's gonna be lows, but there's gotta be lows for there to be highs, you know? And we kind of
Mhm.
just want people to be like, just realize that. And like, you don't have to like follow all the rules. You don't have to, if you're against something, then say it and act it. That's pretty much what we're saying with like cultists and all that and third degree. Just like you can change things if you really put your mind to it, and you don't have to walk around being all depressed about your life every day. And there's so many good things you can do in life, and you just, yeah, that's pretty much what I think.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's kind of it's a big question because it's like what are we trying to say, and then like why are we doing it ourselves? Because like we're trying to say, yeah, like what Adam basically said to a T. We're trying to say, um, recognize bullshit, that's going on in the world, and work through it, push past it, rise up together as like a society and say, fuck this. This is stupid. Like, because the meaning of life is to have those great moments, live in the moment, not really give too much thought about the outside world, and that's what, and leaning into the other part of the question, why do we do it? Is like to give people those moments. The first time I went to a fucking concert, I basically was like thinking like that's what I fucking want to do. That's amazing.
Mhm.
I feel great. I want to make people feel great like my sixth grade self is feeling right now. Just on top of the world, having a blast. And you can do that. Like people on the stage, like just by playing some instruments and saying some words, you can make thousands and thousands of people just lose their self in a moment and have a great time together as one just big fucking family. And that's so fucking awesome. Music is very powerful. Entertainment in general is very powerful in that nature. Whether it be sports or movies, um, concerts, like all that stuff, like is like what I would say the common man like really looks forward to in their
Mhm.
week, you know, um, and it's beautiful to be able to provide moments for complete strangers,
I I
like
I
that.
think it's what you guys should be doing. Like when I see the video that you guys just put out, I can tell that you are being authentic. I can tell that this is where you have been trying to get through the progression of like each video that I saw, at least. Like you can see the difference in the kind of person that you have become. So I think it's beautiful that you have come to that realization of what you guys are about. And I think that that itself can help somebody, because people all around that enjoy music feel the same way we do. And the fact that they can listen to something or listen to one of your new songs and feel like, maybe they're not alone. Like that is really where that passion comes in and that connection with the audience. So I think you guys have done a really good job at like fan service and building that following. I've looked into a little bit about you
Thank you.
guys. I know you guys played at Welcome to Rockville, and I saw that you guys had to win like a Twitch competition. Is that right? To play there?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my
Um,
god. So is
it
that like
was
audience
intense.
based, or what did you have to go through? How did you build to even get to that point?
How did we even get into that? I can't remember.
So yeah, so I heard about it through like the grapevine of we got a bunch of people down in Florida that really like us, really support us, great people. Um, and they heard about it first and they told me about it. And it's basically like the company that puts on all those big festivals in the US, Welcome to Rockville, Sonic Temple, Aftershock, Danny Wimmer Presents. They basically like it was it was coming right out of COVID times, I guess. So a lot of stuff with like live streaming shows, excuse me, was really being a big thing. And so they created a Twitch channel and they started having a bunch of bands on there, like bigger bands, just doing interviews and such.
Jesus.
And I guess one of them had the idea of, hey, let's set up like a bracket of smaller unsigned bands to event, and the winner gets a spot on Welcome to Rockville or Louder Than Life or whatever. I guess Rockville did come first. Anyways, so we heard about it and submitted our music in like they would like take submissions and then there's a vote. You like play like a minute and a half of your best song. You send them a YouTube link, and then there's a vote in the chat just right then for everybody who's on the Twitch stream, and then they vote yes or no if you should be in the bracket. And then you get into the bracket, and then you're going up against another band, and you're basically trying to out promote this other band, trying to get as many of your fans on there as you possibly can. Because there are a lot of people watching who are just like, I don't know either band. I'm gonna vote for whoever I like best. So you obviously try to win those people over too. But yeah, then you play a minute and a half, 2 minutes of each band's song. Poll vote pops up in the chat, and we won enough of those to get to the finals, where we actually like set up and played a live set at this venue here in Georgia, and we like ran everything through this system and the soundboard going back to a laptop, which sent it out on a stream, and we were basically streaming a concert live, and we play like 4 songs or so, and then the other band does the same thing, and so we actually lost in the finals by like 50 votes maybe out of like 700 probably total votes. I don't remember exactly, but that sounds about right. And so the winning spot was like you get on the main stage at Rockville and you like open up the main stage super early in the day. And so we didn't get that, but they were the people at Danny Wimber Presents were nice enough to open up a whole other new stage of just like smaller local acts that were in the tournament. And so they had a ton, probably like 30 bands throughout the weekend, 30 local bands playing that stage. And since we came in second, we got like one of the best like set times coming on at Saturday night at like, I think it was like 11:45 p.m., like right after Disturbed had just played their headlining set. And we had like all the people coming out. And most people obviously have no clue who we are. But we were promoting that whole week leading up to it, handing out flyers to everyone we could. Ended up drawing a really, really solid crowd and played for 25 minutes and kicked some fucking ass. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, I don't
One of
even
the best
remember
experiences
playing that
I've faced
set.
in
I
my
had
life.
so much adrenaline.
Yeah,
It was
And
crazy.
thousands of people, bro. Like, how do you
yeah.
even
It
process
was
that while you're up there?
it was nuts. It was probably like 2,000, 2,500 at least.
Oh,
Um, maybe even more at one point because we were getting a lot of those people who were like walking out and stuff like that. And we had so many people coming up to us like the next day, like, "Oh my god, I saw you guys on this stage," because we're just all the other days we're just a common man at the festival. Like we all got
mhm.
free tickets, I guess, but we're just walking around. We don't got VIP or none of that shit. you know, we're just walking around seeing the bands that we wanted to see, and so many people were coming up to us, like congratulating us, like wanting to take pictures, all this stuff. Felt weird. It was cool though,
Mhm.
extremely
Yeah.
cool.
It's like finally
Great.
getting that recognition and
Oh yeah,
finally getting
yeah.
like you did it. You actually did it. So that's awesome to hear, bro. I'm happy for you guys.
Thank
Congratulations.
you,
That's
man.
something
Thank you.
to be proud of. And honestly, it couldn't have happened to better people because I can see the work and the music that you guys put out. And even with some of the marketing, which I am kind of curious about, like, how do you guys go about your marketing with the band? How do you reach out? How do you grow such a strong platform to keep these numbers rolling in and grow actual genuine fans?
You just got to be consistent. Like we try to
That
make a
too.
post.
Hmm.
We try to make a post like 3 times a week, maybe nowadays. If we're promoting a new
More.
song, it's going to be more than that. But
Hmm.
at the
It's
at least 3 times a week, and you just got to keep people interested. Got to keep people on their toes. Because see, a lot of bands they only post like once every like month, and that you're just not going to get many fans from that. I don't know. It's just all about consistency, and just also you gotta pay some money for marketing nowadays, man, and
oh
get
yeah,
sponsored, like on
yeah.
the sponsored page and shit. I mean, yeah, it's sad reality, but yeah, it really does help.
It- yeah, and then the strategy we've kind of been rolling with for we tried to do it with all the songs on the EP, but we ran out of money. Um, was so like we're paying a couple influencers like to do reactions to it, post a short reel clip, try to get that. That helps so much with getting out to new people and stuff like that. And those videos, because they have, I don't know, a lot more followers and stuff like that, much better chance to go viral. And then also, we pay like metal meme pages
Hmm.
to make a video and stuff, of just like the breakdown of the song paired with it could be any type of video. They're very creative. If you go through the ones that we've done for this EP, those people are very creative. But that helps a lot with like getting the song out to new audiences because like people will stop and they'll comment and be like, "Wait a minute, this fucking rips!" Like, oh, like just some they'll comment something like that, and then you respond. You interact with them. Like that's very important. You got to like interact with every new follower that you can to make them go and click that follow button, add your EP, add your single to their Spotify library, something, because you have no idea who this person is, but they like it. So try to get them, keep them interested, and be like, oh, these are good guys. Like I'll like listen, I'll support them. Um, to do a lot of that, like Adam was saying too, content, um, and being regular with it, consistent, uh, getting a music video done for every song that you can, because like that visual content is huge, goes a long way. Like we weren't even thinking about doing a video for Into the Deep, but you saw it. That's how you know
Yeah.
discovered it and stuff. Um, and like yeah, just on YouTube too, like the correct like hashtags, the correct tags and stuff, like push your video to a whole new audience. Like we only have 400 subscribers, but like um, I know the music video for Low Class is like well over 6,000 views right now, and we're like,
Hmm.
okay, and it got to so many new people somehow, some way. I don't know too much about how the algorithm works, a little bit, but I don't know. Somehow we did something right, and it pushed it to a whole new audience.
Yeah, it's definitely been cool to see it, man. Like I mean, even the numbers on Spotify, you guys have a pretty good following, and like that's you've only been a band for a couple years. You know, some guys it takes a long time to even grow something like that. So that is something to be proud of. You know, but I think as a band sometimes it is hard to keep up with content and especially the money part of things. I've been there
Yeah.
myself too, but it is better when you have a group of people, of individuals that is putting money into it together. It makes it a lot easier to promote that new single you have, you know, put a sponsored post out that's going to reach and then help you find those genuine followers. So I definitely do understand the struggles of being in the band and trying to market it and spend the money, but like have you guys have any challenges since becoming a band that you've faced that you've had to overcome?
Well, actually, we started in like 2015, and we're just now starting to gain some traction. So it's been a
I mean,
complete
been
grind this whole time.
been serious since I guess 2019, you know,
Yeah,
but
fair enough. Yeah.
it takes a lot of grind just to get yourselves even like notable in your local scene, especially like in Atlanta where you got a bunch of really talented bands, like just pushing your way into that crowd. And then we're like right now, like we're up there, like we're headlining our own shows. Like we turn down a lot of stuff in Atlanta. Unfortunately, I wish we could play it all. It's just not smart, you know, but it takes a
Mhm.
lot to get to that point and get that recognition from all your peers in the scene, all the promoters, all that stuff. And then getting your recognition in other cities and stuff like that. That's very tough to do. Um, and I guess it really starts with numbers, you know, like kind of going to showing them, oh, we have over 10,000 Spotify monthly listeners now. You know, oh, okay, like, yeah, we'll put you on an actual good show and not just like some random, I don't know, thing you're playing on a Thursday night for 5 people or
Mhm.
something like that. Because
Oh,
I
the
would say that,
days.
yeah, I would say that's definitely the biggest challenge is like grinding through and getting recognition to where you're getting on good shows, you're playing in front of the right crowds, like all that stuff. It's a grind. You got to work hard, especially to make those connections and to get people to trust you and like you, respect you, and all that stuff. Um, it takes a good bit, and some cities, I guess, are probably easier than others. I would say, from my experience so far. Um, but yeah, that's a big challenge. I would say too. I mean, like we've been very fortunate, but like I don't know. I've seen other bands like finding those right 4 or 5 people or 3 people. I don't know. I don't see many three pieces nowadays. But finding those right 4 or 5 people that you can like have a blast with and create together, be creative together. Like we've had the same 5 people now for 4 years, probably. Um, and like we're very grateful for that, and we all get along very well, and we have great times together. Um, we write, we make cool shit together. We bounce ideas off each other very well. Um, but like I've seen a lot of other bands that there can always be a stick in the mud, you know, and finding those right 5 people to where like if we do, you know, get to the point where we're like, okay, drop everything. We're touring 300 days out of the year, 300 plus days out of the year. Like, I think we'd be fine because
Hmm.
we have a blast together regardless, you know.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of bands that, you know, they're got some internal issues going on and they just don't make it because of stuff like that. So that's definitely a shame, and it's definitely one of the bigger challenges of it all. But yeah, I would say finding the right people and then just getting enough recognition to really grow and go into other cities and grow there. It's tough and it takes a while. Yeah,
Thanks, honestly. That was awesome, bro. I'm honestly you kind of got me there, man. I'm not gonna lie, because like for me, I'm going through something right now with the band that I was in. I was with the band called the
Hmm.
Reckless Degenerates, and
Hmm.
I I'm gonna be honest, I messed up. I kind of embarrassed everybody at a show that was very important to everyone, and I decided to get, we'll just say, inebriated on stage, and just did not turn out the way that it was supposed to. And it was the
Yeah.
biggest show that we had, and we put in all this money to make
Hmm.
this event happen. You have all these loved ones and all these fans that come out to see you, but you're so fucked up you can't even conversate or meet new people who love the music, you know? I feel like that day I forgot why I was making music. I forgot exactly what we just talked about 10 minutes ago, where it's about bringing people together. And I started becoming selfish, and now I'm having to pay the price for it. And, there is consequence that comes with that. But at the same time, I resonate with what you just said about finding those right people, because maybe that's what I need to look for right now is the right people to keep doing this dream. So I
Yeah.
think that's awesome that you guys have found it. And honestly, I'm proud and happy for you guys that you've been able to do that. But as we wrap up everything here, I do kind of want to end everything on a good note. And honestly, that was already perfect right there, brother. I'm going to be straight up with you, dog. Logan,
Thanks.
you are awesome, man. Adam, you're great as well. I'm so happy you came on. I'm so glad you were actually able to join us first. I didn't know you were going to be here. So
Oh
knowing
yeah,
that
dude.
you came and knowing that you're the voice behind the music, it's always good to put a face to that. So, with that being said, I do like to end the interview off with this one question. I'm going to ask both of you guys. So, what are the three things that you guys are grateful for right now? And then, if you want to go ahead and plug any shows you got coming up, any events, anything, any songs, just go ahead and feel free to do a cheap plug, but the floor is all yours.
You got it first.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm grateful for my supportive family. They really support me throughout my whole career in this band. They always come to my shows. I think that's the coolest thing in the world. And a lot of I'm grateful
Dale
for
and
my
Beth.
family, basically family and friends,
Legends.
because they could tell we're taking this seriously and that we care about it. And like, that's really important. And second, I'm grateful for my band members because we're always there for each other. We're like best friends. I don't see that changing anytime soon. And we just have a great time every time we're together. Third thing I'm grateful for is, I don't know. I feel like that was it. I pretty much covered all the bases when it comes to the band. But I don't know. I'm I guess I'm just grateful that we have like freedom of speech. We can say what we want in our songs. I mean, we obviously got to be careful, but like we can say whatever the hell we want, like what we're feeling, and it resonates with people. And I love to see people screaming back the lyrics to us, like from the stage. It's just the coolest thing because it's like, hey, I wrote that, you know? Yeah, I'm just grateful for the whole scene, honestly. Everyone's so cool. Everyone's so supportive of each other. And it's just really heartwarming to see all that in tough times like we're living in recently.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Logan?
man. Let's see. I mean, yeah, I'll totally agree with everything Adam said. No doubt about it. The scene, the bandmates, our friends and family for really supporting us and seeing that we take it seriously. I'm thankful that we have found the right team, especially with our producer and other friends that we're making in the scene that are getting us some really, really cool shows. Like, I'm super thankful for that. And I'm thankful, yeah, our producer and all of us, we've worked together to really, really hone in on a sound and mix master that like just felt like us, just like felt like, oh, that's like the whole time we've been a band too, prior to this EP, all the mix and masters were like, oh, I guess it's good for now, but like
Yeah.
it could be better, man.
We
You
haven't
know?
really been
Yeah.
extremely happy with
Yeah.
the mixing and mastering until this EP. This just feels
Exactly.
perfect. It feels perfect.
Exactly.
Not to
Exactly what I'm
knock on the
saying.
other producers, but there's
No,
only
no,
so much they can do.
they did great. They did what
Mhm.
they could. And they did a solid
Mhm.
job, you know.
Yeah.
But like Michael is the fucking man. He's in this
Mhm.
band called Enox too. They're great. Been helping us out. Been helping us out a lot, even between the production and then the marketing side of it too. Great people.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful that we found the right team to like make a sound that we're very happy with, just ecstatic to show the world. Like every time we left that studio after each song that we wrote on this EP, we're just like, wow, that was fucking awesome. Like playing it in the car on the ride home. Like I'll listen to like after we wrote Into the Deep, like I think I listened to that shit for like 2 weeks straight. You know, I was just like, I fucking love this. I can't believe we went in there with bare bones, absolutely like hardly anything to start with, and just wrote this. And I'm like, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful we have the team to be able to do that. And then I'm definitely thankful for like, it seems like I don't know, almost anybody that hears us and meets us and gets to know like what we're all about and stuff. Um, I'm thankful that they can see that like we're no bullshit, you know. We're straight up. We're cool people. We'll have a great time with you. Have a drink, like fucking party, throw down in the mosh pit. People can see that and they support the shit out of us because they can see the vision. They can see that we have a great time doing this. It's no bullshit, like at all. I'm just thankful for all those people that hear us, see what we're about, and support the shit out of us. It's beautiful because I mean, like I'm a huge fan. Like I got all these fucking posters up here, like all these concerts, shows I've been to, idols of mine. I love. I love the music. It's impacted me in such a way. I can't imagine my life without rock and metal music at all. Total like came to me at a total pivotal point in my life, and I just dove right into the fandom of it. I think it's so cool, and I'm so thankful that we are building that type of fandom. I guess that'll lead into my third point. That's what I'm fucking thankful for. I'm just thankful this fucking music exists. I'm thankful that um, those motherfuckers in Black Sabbath just decided to down tune their guitars one day and just play something fucking evil and just start this fucking train of awesome fucking music that has gone on throughout since then. I'm just thankful for the progression of music and that it got to that point of come and then it's gotten to us and that we can be a part of that flow of evolution. That's the word I'm looking for. That evolution of music and stuff. I'm just so thankful for that because it's brought me so much happiness. It's brought me this band, all these new friends and stuff like that. It's so sick. Like if like aliens like saw the diversity of music that we've got going on this fucking earth, I bet it beats any other fucking planet in the fucking universe. I would be very surprised, you know, if any other planet has any more diverse, like sick ass music than what we've got going on here, dude.
They're like bleep bloop. That's cool.
I don't know, right? Like, yeah.
Dude, Mars music
moshing? Oh shit!
What a crazy statement.
That's awesome, brother. Is there anything you guys want to promote before we end off?
We have a show in Atlanta at Culture Shock with Sunmancer, Delta Hate, Hubris Cannon, and damn it, there's one other band. I can't think of it right now.
Dead Friends.
Dead Friends. It's gonna be a kick-ass show. January 11th, be there.
It's January 11th. That's gonna be a great one. We're also playing a festival in Atlanta called Mosh for Tots on December 14th. That lineup is awesome. Our boys in Enox, Violent System, us, Apostle, Subdivisions, bunch of bands. I think there's like 10 total bands. That's going to be a good time for a good cause. You can bring a toy for free entry for donation. You can bring a bunch of different things for donation, or it's just, I think, $15. if you want to do that too. But yeah, that'll be great. We're playing Jacksonville, Florida, with our boys in Silly Goose.
Oh wow, what the hell?
Yeah, Silly Goose are the homies, dude. We've done like I think 4 shows with them.
Yeah, it's been 4 shows
here in Atlanta. So yeah, we're gonna play with them in Jacksonville. I think that day is January 18th. Yes, yeah, it's a Saturday, January 18th.
Indubitably.
At Jack Rabbits with them and Jigsaw Youth, another really cool band. And then listen to the Numerica EP out now. We're about to go back to the studio, make some more cool shit. But that's about all we got going on so far.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for sharing these stories and even giving me the time of day to sit down and talk with you guys. It was a pleasure.
Dude,
I'm so happy to be able to connect with you guys. Let me know if you're ever in Texas. I will definitely be partying with you guys if I go to Georgia. So
sounds good, man.
Y'all take care. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Rebel Radio. My name's Ashton Holloway, and we will see you guys later.